go get me some coffee, y'all. I will be right back. Check my lottery ticket, y'all. If I win the lottery, I'm probably gonna hospital. Okay. I'm back, you guys. Hello. Happy after Christmas Day. Today's Friday, and I'm back on the grind, you guys. Hello. How y'all doing? Not a lot of people here this morning. Good morning. Happy after Christmas Day. I'm on my way to the gym. I'm on my way to the gym. Do a little snutting. On our way to the gym. I mean, where else would I be headed, right? At this hour. What's today? Today's Friday. I gotta remember my days. I got up thinking it was Monday. I was like, well, if it's Monday, I'm off. But I got a couple more days to go. Every time I go on Wawa, I always get a whole bunch of napkins. I'm the napkin thief. Call me the napkin thief. I had to fill up my gift card. She was like, do you want to throw it away? I said, no. I'm going to fill this up. I always fill up my gift card so I don't have to worry about taking out my debit. I gotta go on their website and see how many points I get. Because when you at Wawa and you get the Wawa gift card, they give you points and stuff. Like every time you buy something, you get like points. I have this like nick in my back that I hate. I would like to get that nick out. So I have to just do a whole bunch of stretching, A whole bunch of stretching, guys, to get this nick out of my body. He's out. If I was a smoker, which I'm glad I'm not a smoker, but it is too damn cold to be out here smoking, honey. Too cold. But some of the people are up and getting ready for work. It's Friday, and a lot of people got to work today. So the girl was at the register. When you go to Wawa and you get coffee every day, you get used to seeing these faces. So the girl was like, back to the grind. I said, yep. And the kids are out of school until January 1st. January something. I don't know when they go back to school, but the kids are out for winter break. A lot of teachers are out for winter break, but I can guarantee you most of those teachers are working jobs. They're working side hustles. Everybody's doing something. You gotta keep on going, guys. Good morning. How was your holiday? Let me know in the comments if you celebrate the holiday. How was your Christmas? And if you don't celebrate the holidays, that's okay too. Do what you want. Do what pleases you. I'm not judgmental over here. I mean, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, that's okay too. Nobody's downing you for what you believe in and what you don't believe in. You do what you want to do in your life. But 2026 is almost upon us, another year. Time go by super duper fast, and I just be looking at myself like, Dad, I can't believe I've been homeless for 2 years. I've been in this grind for 2 years, moving around, but I'm happy. I'm glad. I'm proud of myself because some people was like, well, what did you accomplish in these 2 years? Did you accomplish anything aside for like finding housing, which I didn't find that yet, but what did I accomplish in these 2 years? I've accomplished a lot in these 2 years that I've been down and out. A lot. I've accomplished a lot. I'm trying to find my glasses, y'all. Trying to find my glasses, girl. Where they at? I hope they're not in my bag. Uh, Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I didn't even realize it was Friday until I woke up and I looked at my little calendar like, oh my God. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good holiday. If you celebrate the holidays, I hope you had a nice time with your family on yesterday. Families traveled and went out of town and everybody had a good time. I hope so. Some things I see on social media, I see all the holiday pictures. So it's nice to see that a lot of people enjoyed themselves. I stayed at the shelter yesterday. I told you I wasn't going to be around my family. And y'all know the reason why. But I spent Christmas at the homeless shelter with the girls. And I was fine. I was fine there. I actually stayed there a whole 24 hours. So I'm going to make a video about that, about how my experience was with that, being at a homeless shelter for a whole 24 hours. And that was my first time spending like literally all day there. And I was very bored. I was like, oh my God, how can you girls do this? How can you guys spend a whole day at this freaking place? Because there was nothing to do. Like, if you didn't have a cell phone, you were hit up. And then on top of that, when I was on my phone yesterday, like doing my YouTube stuff and looking at videos, I can't really relax because the Wi-Fi is so crappy. The Wi-Fi was crappy. It was weird because when I first moved into the shelter, the Wi-Fi wasn't really too bad. But now they moved my room, and now the Wi-Fi seems like it's worse than ever. So I'm just like, oh God, no. Oh Lord, no. Lord God, no. Lord God, no. But For the most part, I had an okay Christmas. I didn't spend time with my family, but I was happy. I was okay. I was all right. And now I wake up this morning, I was like, well, it's a new day. I'm thankful. I was even thankful for yesterday, even though I didn't spend time with my family members. I was fine being at the shelter, I was around people. You know what I'm saying? I was around the girls. It wasn't the best being around the girls, but at least I was alive and I was warm, right? I wasn't cold. I wasn't outside in the elements. You know, I'm grateful. I'm always going to come up here and let y'all know how grateful I am. I'm going to always express my gratitude because that's all I got, you know? You got to be grateful for every situation because guess what? There's some people out here that's in a worse predicament than I am. You know what I'm saying? And they're hanging on. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of people on TikTok. I had a friend of mine that ended up getting into a car accident and they were paralyzed. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning, Joseph, Gabrielle, Joseph, Josiah. How are you, Joshua? What's going on? I hope you had a good holiday. I see 7 people watching me. I hope everybody give me a thumbs up when you come into the room because why? Because that helps me. It helps my channel grow. It helps people find my channel. It helps the algorithm say, hey, she got something going on good over there. Let's go check it out. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Well, I spent my Christmas at the homeless shelter with the girls, and it wasn't really too bad. It was very boring, might I add. It was boring. The Wi-Fi was up and down. It wasn't the best Wi-Fi in the world, but I got through it. And I wasn't depressed or sad or anything, but I did think about my family here and there. But for the most part, I was fine. I was fine where I was at. I was fine. I was safe. I ate plenty of food. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best food in the world, but it was better than having nothing on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? I spent my Christmas at the homeless shelter, and I was okay with that. I was actually all right. I was all right until I woke up this morning, and then I was like, oh my God, it's Friday. I have to go to work today. They got me going to work the day after Christmas, which was fine, no problem. Back to the glizzy. That's what the young kids say. Back to the glizzy. Back to the grind, guys. The grind of life, right? Back to the grind of life. Back to the grind of life. My job had paid us a little bit early. They didn't pay us before Christmas, but I didn't buy nobody nothing anybody. I didn't buy no gifts this year. There was no gifts to be held. No gifts to be had. Good morning. How are you? Grand Rising. What is going on? Back to the work after the holiday season. Now all we got now is New Year's, and then after New Year's, we good on holidays until Easter hit. But I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in a great mood. Algorithm, please come to my customer service. Algorithm, please come to customer service. Hello, algorithm. Yes, guys. If you guys can give me a thumbs up when you come into the room, please. That helps the algorithm find my customer service desk. As Frank is saying. As Frank has stated, algorithm, please come to the customer service desk. You have a guest. Algorithm, please come to the customer service desk. You have a guest. How was everybody's holiday yesterday? Did everybody have a good time with their families? Some people spent their time alone. I was alone, but I wasn't alone because I was at the shelter and I'm surrounded by people. So I wasn't alone yesterday. You know, just because I didn't go to my family's homes to hang out with them, I hung out at the shelter for 24 hours. My first 24 hours in the homeless shelter, and I didn't know. I was fine. I ate good, and you know, I ate good, and I was okay yesterday. I did a lot of sleeping and laying around, and I got sick of doing that. You know, I was tossing and turning, and I'm just like, how do y'all stay in this shelter? The girls that don't have a job, the ones that really don't have to leave every day, how do y'all stay in this place all day? And I guess I can understand because you don't have a car, so. But I would still be getting my little coins together to try to get on that freaking bus. I know that much. They do have transportation that'll take you up out of there if you need to go somewhere. But I guess because it's cold, a lot of people don't really be trying to go too far because it's cold, and it is cold. And I thank God every day. And it was weird when I woke up this morning. The girl, my bunkie, the one that sleep below me, I guess she must have went with her family, and this other girl in my room went with her family. She says she have a boyfriend, which I really don't understand. You having a boyfriend, but you live in a homeless shelter. That's now unless your boyfriend is living at home with his family, okay, but But she is a young girl. I think she's like in her 20s. So she may have a boyfriend that probably is living at home with his family, and she probably can't live there. You know what I mean? Have a good day. Thank you, Frank. You have a great day too. I appreciate your support. I see 12 people watching me, guys. Can everybody give me a thumbs up when you come into the room? Well, it was 12 people. Now I'm back down to 3. But it's okay. I'm back here doing another live stream. I'm headed to the gym right now. They're saying that we're supposed to be getting some sleet and rain or something later. So I'm like, it's going to be a slippery slope out here today. But I hope when it starts, I'll be somewhere peacefully at work or somewhere just out of the way. I like to be out of the way, man. I'm an out of the way type of girl. I like to be all the way out of the way. Out of the way and staying low key, staying out the way. You know what I mean? But I got my coffee this morning, guys, and I'm in a great mood. Ha ha ha. I didn't get no coffee yesterday because I didn't leave the shelter all day. I did not leave the shelter all day. All day yesterday. I did not leave the shelter all day, all day. I didn't leave the shelter all day. Y'all know I gotta make a song about it, right? I didn't do a live stream yesterday either. I just took a break. You know, for me to do a live stream, I can't really do a live stream in the shelter. Blessings to you today. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Good morning. How are you today? How was your holiday yesterday? Richard Jones. Is this Rita? Is who Rita? Who's Rita? Who is Rita? I'm headed to the gym right now, guys. Blessings to you today. Blessings to you as well, Karen. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you guys showing up for me every day. I didn't do a live stream yesterday because it was Christmas. Because I knew everybody was just relaxing with their families, and I could have did a live stream, but I didn't want to have to go sit in my car out in the cold to run a stream. So I stayed at the shelter all day, and I was fine. I was okay. We ate good, and I was okay. I just did a lot of laying around, a lot of lounging, a lot of sleeping in and out of sleep. But I was uncomfortable because I was like, damn, I wish they had like a sitting area for us, like a sofa. But at shelters, if they have a sitting area like sofas and everything, a lot of people would be lounging on those, probably sleeping on them. And that's probably why in shelters they don't have stuff like that. Good morning. What happened to you on Wednesday? You were on live and disappeared. I'm not sure. It probably was my hour, and when people leave the live stream and it's down to 0, I leave. Yeah, I don't know what happened Wednesday. I really don't remember. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Let me see. I think I don't remember. What's today? Today's Friday. So Wednesday was Christmas Eve. I got off of work at a particular time. I think I was driving in this wooded area, and then I started losing people. So when I got down to 0, I just went off. Yeah, I just went off the live stream. When I get down to 0 people, nobody's watching. I just exit out. Good morning, Dr. J. How are you today? How was your holiday? Yeah, I exited out yesterday. Wednesday, I exited out probably because I was driving in this wooded area, and people just end up leaving. Nobody wants to hang around if they can't. If they can't hear me, see me, or some people just leave the chat, which is fine. I'm not mad. But that's probably why I left. I think it got down to 0, and people just end up leaving anyway. So when I got 0 people watching me, I pretty much leave the chat most of the time. And I don't like to end my chats early. I normally like to try to get an hour in every website, like every time. So I used to do longer streams, like when it was summertime or springtime, and it was warm outside, and I could sit in my car for 2 or 3 hours. I would do longer streams, but since it's wintertime and it's cold out here, I can't really do live streams too long now. So I try to do an hour. If I can get an hour in the morning, in the afternoon, I did my job. I did my due diligence. I did my due diligence, and yesterday was Christmas, so I didn't do live stream yesterday because I just stayed in the shelter all day and relaxed. I did a lot of sleeping, but I got tired of laying around. I was going to make a thing of getting up yesterday, and I said I'm gonna get up and go to the gym because I think yesterday was Christmas, but the gym was open from like a certain couple hours on Christmas Day. I think they were open from like 9 to 5 or something. But I ended up not leaving the shelter anyway. I said I'm gonna go get my stuff out my car, take a shower. I took a nice hot shower, um, and then at the shelter, took a nice hot shower, and just relaxed all day. We ate dinner. I ate lunch, and then I had dinner at the shelter. And I normally don't eat at the shelter at all, but since it was Christmas and I knew I wasn't gonna be with my family, I said, you know what? I I might as well. I might as well stay here. And there was nowhere else for me to go, so. And I was fine with it. I spent time with the girls at the shelter. They were by themselves, and I was by myself too. I think two of the girls inside my room had somewhere to go as far as family and everything. And I was like, well, we just relaxed. I mean, even though everybody at the shelter was pretty much doing their own thing, I was still around people. It's not like I was alone. You know what I'm saying? I was around the shelter girls, and that was fine. I had a decent experience. You know, a lot of the girls that was causing a lot of problems had went home, which was great. My bully girl, the big chick, she's gone. Because I asked somebody about her the other day. I said, yo, I haven't seen this girl. It was like, oh, she moved out. I was like, thank God. Look how God can do. God to move people around, honey. My day was low key. Same with a few friends and family. And ate. Okay, at least you had a good time. Low key, relaxing. Hope everybody enjoyed their time with their family. You know, some people didn't spend time with their families, and some people couldn't. And a lot of people are alone in life, and but some people are alone, but they're okay with it. You know, it is what it is. I just say, hey, I was around my shelter family, even though I don't like the situation. But a lot of those girls that I talk about, the ratchet girls, a lot of them left. A lot of them went home. So a lot of them, I guess, found housing or whatever. So but I think for the girls that's on state assistance, like government assistance, they can get housing easier than someone like me that's working. So I think they get the red carpet rolled out for them. That's how they, that's how they get out the shelter. They get the red carpet rolled out for them, and that's how they can get shelter. And I'm not willing to give up my job and everything just for shelter. Like I'm just not willing to do that. Because if I quit my job, I can go on government assistance and then probably get help. But I'm not going to leave my job. Like I'm just not going to do that. Because if first of all, I would have to quit my job. Like I would have to stop working and then go apply for benefits, and I would get the benefits, and I could go back into the shelter and probably stay a little bit longer. But those girls that got the kids, they're the ones that's able to get the housing and stuff quicker than me. So, but I'm not willing to give it all up. I'm not willing to sell myself out for a little government assistance check. I'm just really not willing to do that. I'm willing to keep on doing what I've been doing, and I know that God is going to provide, and He's in my corner, and something one day soon in 2026 will open up for me. Something will open up. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I have the faith that, my situation is going to change for the better in 2026. I did get up and get coffee this morning. So my coffee is fabulous, darling. I just feel like my face is super dry because I wash my face every morning. After I brush my teeth, I wash my face with my soap. And now my hands and face and everything is super dry. I see 10 people watching me and 5 thumbs up. Can you guys give me some thumbs up, please, when you come into the room if you don't mind? Thank you. I appreciate you. Hi, Maurice. How you doing? I'm doing well, thanks. How are you, single woman? I'm good. I feel good this morning. I feel good every morning normally. I had a dream yesterday. Only thing I remember in this dream that I had when I was in the shelter last night when waking up, I had a dream about nail polish. And I do need to paint my nails. So I think I'm going to paint my nails when I get out the gym. I'm like, that's a sign that I need to paint my nails. Paint my nails. See what's going on. Somebody said it's supposed to rain today or sleet or something. I'm like, no. The girl at Wawa. Y'all know when y'all go to Wawa every morning, y'all get used to seeing the Wawa girls. So I was talking to this lady that's always in there. She's always really friendly. There's another lady that I used to see at Wawa. Um, I used to always see her. She was a black woman at this other Wawa that I used to go to. Y'all know they got some bigger Wawas that have like gas stations, and then they have these smaller Wawas, which I call the smaller Wawas like the mom and pop Wawas. That's what I call them. I call them the mom and pop Wawas. So you go to Wawa every morning to get your coffee. You see these women every day, and you just end up building relationships with people. So they're always friendly at Wawa for whatever reason. I never really run into someone at Wawa with an attitude. Like some of the people when you go into Walmart, they be looking at you like, "What are you doing here? And what are you buying? And what are you bothering me for?" That's the energy you get when you go to like certain fast food places and certain Wawas. They be looking at you like, "Why are you here? Why are you here?" I'm like, because I'm buying something because I don't want to go to jail today for walking out the store without paying for it. That's why I'm here. Customer service sucks so bad in certain places. But then you go to Wawa and everybody at Wawa is nice and friendly. The women are smiling, they're nice, you know what I'm saying? But you build relationships with people over time. So I built relationships with people at Wawa. The lady at the Wawa was always nice and friendly, and I'm always like, hey, how you doing today? And nothing wrong with being nice to someone, man. That's why even me, when I work at my job, you've been in jail many times. Why you been in jail? Why have you been to jail many times? What you been doing? What you been doing that you been going back and forth to jail? Stay out of that lifestyle. That's no life. That's no life to live back and forth in jail. Come on now. 13 people watching. 7 thumbs up. Can everybody give me a thumbs up, please? I would appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you. Happy Friday, guys. Going back to work on a Friday afternoon. Going back to work on a Friday afternoon. Going back to work on a Friday afternoon. I know I'm working Christmas Eve, and I know I'm working New Year's Day. We know that. We know that's going to happen. Morning, Rhonda. How you doing, sis? Oh, you been drug dealing? Well, you better stop the drug dealing, man. That's no way to live. But if that's the lifestyle that you want to live, well, that's your lifestyle, right? But it's not worth it. It's not worth going back in jail unless you like jail. I mean, that's the place you want to be. Hey, that's you. That's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But happy Fridays to everybody. I got me some coffee, and you guys already know where I'm headed. You already know. You already know the tea for me. You guys already know. So yesterday we had chili for dinner. Wasn't the greatest, but it was something. And we had chili with white rice. And for lunch yesterday, I had breakfast for lunch. They prepared breakfast for lunch. So, and whatever else they had in there, I didn't even try to eat it. I just ate whatever I could. But I'm grateful to have the meals, you know, because if I didn't have the meals, I would have